Hey, I'm Brian Bauer, and today we are here to talk about this cheapest guitar that I've ever bought and one of my favorite guitars to play. Let's go. The video that we just played is called Black as Winter. It's an original song that I wrote last year. Definitely check it out. The link is below. And you can also find it on Spotify, Deezer, and all the other platforms that are out there that DistroKid allows me to post stuff on. Let's get on to the guitar. So this guitar here is an ESP SC200 that I had bought from a friend of mine. Let's explain. Originally, my friend had bought this guitar. He took it apart, put the neck on a Schecter body, called it the Schect SP, let me play it, then offered to sell it to me. I said I didn't want to buy the Schect SP, but I wanted to buy the neck. So he sold me the neck and gave me the original body at a pretty low cost. And it was really nice of him to do that. And thank you very much, dude. I've had this guitar for probably about 8 years now, and it plays like absolute butter. So one pickup, one volume, no tone knob, fixed bridge. It's super simple, right? I tuned this guitar to D standard, which is the tuning that Black as Winter is in. It's the same tuning that Death plays in, so this is my main guitar for playing Death riffs, because I love playing Death. I don't know what would come in it for stock pickups, because this is one of the cheapest signature model guitars you could ever get. SC stands for Stephen Carpenter. Stephen Carpenter is the legendary guitar player of the band Deftones, one of the only nu metal bands that actually managed to stay relevant for the last 20 some years. And they're an absolutely killer band. At one point, Stephen used to play 6-string guitars, and ESP had made him a signature. So we have, this is the 6-string model, but he eventually moved on to 7 strings, then 8 strings. But I do believe they released the green version of this in a 6-string again. We can check it out on the website, and we'll put in the text here whether I'm correct or not. This guitar is a little bit different than the ones you're gonna get at the store if you can find one of these new or used. Most likely you're gonna be finding this on the used market on eBay, Reverb, whatnot. So you're gonna have 2 pickups. Now I like the bridge position. Obviously, I'm a metal guy. I love neck positions, but the Stephen Carpenter signatures don't have a neck pickup. They have a middle humbucker. And honestly, I really don't think that the middle humbucker sounds all that good. I just didn't put a pickup there. I bought one pickup. And the pickup that I chose for this guitar is a bright green Seymour Duncan JB. The JB sounds absolutely phenomenal. I find it has a clarity that some pickups don't necessarily have. It's a little bit of a lower gain pickup. It's actually more of a rock pickup, but it works incredibly well with high gain amps. So let's explain. If you have a really high gain pickup, you don't want to play with a really high gain setting. Where this pickup's a little bit lower, you can crank your gain a little bit more on your amplifier and it's going to sound awesome. The reason a lot of pickups were really hot back in the 80s is because the amps weren't as high gain as they are now. Now we have like Fortin Satans and all these kind of things out there, or the Randall Satan, the Ola England amp. So these days you don't really need really high output pickups like a DiMarzio X2N or something. I personally like this pickup because I'm getting a lot of clarity out of all the strings. It sounds awesome even though I'm tuned down a full step with this guitar and it just holds up. The main thing you gotta make sure is that you keep this pickup really close to the strings so you don't get a deader sound. And the JB sounds really good with 5150 tones. It's pretty much my go-to. This guitar does have a really interesting thing happening with it though. It has inlays along the bottom of it. You won't find another guitar like this because the guy who sold me the neck actually used this as a project. This is more of a project guitar. So it has inlays always from the 3rd fret up to the 21st along the bottom of it. And I think it looks really cool because these guitars actually don't have an inlay. The actual ESP signatures had a big SC logo on them. I'm not sure if the 6-string ones did. I do know that the 7 strings did, at least for a while. Some of the other Stephen Carpenter models actually are a Telecaster shape. I personally still enjoy the Super Strat shape. In fact, I only have one guitar that is not a Super Strat. It's a Les Paul and it's a really cheap Epiphone, and I don't know if we'll have it on the channel or not. I'm sure it'll be here maybe at some point. I'll put it in a video. So this guitar, I mean, it's like, keep it simple. One pickup, one volume. Let's just be honest, this guitar is a one-trick pony. It's really only good for playing some rock and metal. I wouldn't use this setup to play a blues thing or any kind of country or anything like that. But hey, that's why I tuned it to D standard. If you've got a bunch of guitars, I think it's worth having a guitar. That's a one-trick pony that's only good at playing metal or something else like that, or some other genre. I don't need a bunch of tones out of this. When I pick this guitar up, I just want to play brutal riffs and awesome solos. That's it. So keep it simple. One pickup, one volume, no tone, fixed bridge, awesome tuners, great playability. What more could you ask for in a guitar? If you want to watch some videos about some other guitars, check out some of the links over here. Definitely subscribe, and I will see you guys all in one of the next videos. See ya.